One, two, three. Master Rule 5 is here. Gonna bend it, share my fears. I don't need to worry, cause we got all the extra deck summoning methods back. Gonna be gotta introduce us something other than links. Fusion, Synchro, Xe, Pendulum. But the only things that Pendulum is hit, not in a bad way, not in a good way, but a way that it deals with links first. But you gotta know that the thirst is real. People know that they want to play the strongest decks out there. Pendulum might not seem like it's the right direction, but people don't seem to mention that with links it's actually gotten more powerful, considering that you can revive and stack your cards to the extra deck, meaning that you might be set for sure what's going to be the biggest test of all with the new method, being able to be right into the new direction. Gonna mention that I love Yu-Gi-Oh! One thing is no thing to call it insane. One thing is don't be in my lane. I name my deck however I want, based on the archetype I'm playing. There's nothing that I know that the type of decks that say people might not, what you don't want to do that over the hype. I choose whatever I want. If I find it good, it's up to me, not up to my opponent, because they're always dependent on themselves, and their decisions don't aren't always honest with me. Because everything I know, I want to do what I can to be the strongest. I'm humble of that like that. I don't need to rumble. I don't need to gamble. The things I do is that I all I need is to try a sample. Check it out, Dueling Book. The best way to prove that you could be another option. One way to show that you monitor things a lot more differently, but you get more details, you get more knowledge, knowing that your opponent might not be the better opponent. He might not be the better. Just his mouth is the reason he can never shut up because he wants to use his cards, but then later when he doesn't get his way, he's gonna be bitching to his mom. One thing is that they need to find is a moderator. But then how would you know if you speak to the judge? They're not the ones you would even see that is whether they are the real thing because you're online. But in real life, you know for sure they are a judge because you don't need to rush things through. That's why we have rush duels right now because it makes you want to be able to crush your opponent that much faster. It's insane. Drawing 5 cards during the draw phase when everything just makes people go crazy. I would say that's very hasty. Should I even think about it? Like, do I have time? No. It's still my turn. I gotta keep going, even summoning a bunch of monsters. How else could I be able to win? But I'm not always grunting because I know I'm always on the hunt. I'm not a rare hunter. I'm just someone who knows how to do these stunts, making it look so easy. Yu-Gi-Oh is going to be the thing I know. I favor the game. It's the one thing that people are gracious about because they can't make a lot of space in the extra deck. But the one thing is it doesn't get limited by links. Especially once we know we gotta find out the ban list. Whatever gets hit will stay there, like whether it's shit or not. It the one thing it is does become is lame afterwards if it gets limited to one. I don't even know if ban for sure is the real thing because you want to ensure that the card doesn't spam a bunch of cards that you know are going to be the trouble. They're not the part of the cards. The one thing they are, the part of the trouble. Then something you want to get rid of. It sparks all the energies, sparks all the anger. But you know you could be in danger, like the danger cards I own. Nothing I know is stranger than me. But you want to say I'm weird, but look at the guy says says he might be cool, but he has a huge ass beard, but never shaved before. But the one thing you want to do is be smart with yourself. Make sure you even when you become a player, don't ever try to rule shark. You might one day get trolled by another opponent, but then you know that what? You're gonna do the same thing, but then you end up failing. And then what I want to do is make sure to hail a god, whatever it's whether it's obelisk, life or raw. But that's what I was saying. But say to myself, I'm too good right now. Am I strong? Yes. Do I need a straw? Yes. If I'm thirsty, yeah, take a break from then this round and then try to strive to the next one. And what makes it so great is that I always make sure I'm on the hunt. I got so many pounds left. I count how much money I have. Seeing how big my deck is, 40 cards isn't a big deal. Having more than 40 isn't a big deal these days. If you can make sure your deck is consistent, I want to make sure that I can also sting my opponent. Whatever gets hit is not a big deal. And I'm always there playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I know I'm hinting and whatever it is that I don't need to give a shit about what others think of me, because what comes to me, I print it onto my deck, and then I salute it, and then it becomes me at the end. And I know for sure that I don't need anybody to tell me how to put it in my band list.